Component number 6, sexuality. This is a sensitive but essential topic. Sexual abuse, sexual objectification, fear of sexuality, negative affirmations about body, weight, looks, lack of sexual pleasure, physical intimacy, little or no sexual experience, inability to discover or accept your sexuality. These situations can lead to eating challenges, fatigue, and mood swings. We are sexual beings. Nature designed us that way and created a sexual desire to encourage us to reproduce and ensure the survival of our species. Life therefore calls us to evolve and better understand our sexuality. This includes great energy and power, as well as incredible potential for pleasure, pain, and learning. Ask yourself, what is your relationship with sexuality and intimacy? Do you talk about it, or is it still taboo? What are the possible connections between your sexuality and your eating challenges? Some people overeat to fill a void in their sexuality and intimacy. Some people diet and exercise to be sexually attractive, hoping to be loved, to find true love, to sexually attract a partner of great value, and to experience true sexual and relationship complicity. If these people, in this case women, do not have the desirable body dictated by the media and social media, then women believe they are not attractive and will end up alone and unhappy. Hence, the constant fear of getting fat and the obsession with weight in the female mindset. And even they lose a lot of weight and become sexually attractive, they get a lot of male attention, which ends up making them uncomfortable because they are not prepared for it, and they regret their efforts. Conversely, other people are overweight to avoid being a sexual target and to protect themselves from a form of predation, while others overeat to numb the discomfort of shyness, guilt, shame, body comparison, wounds, or abuse from an undigested past. And some people overeat to suppress their sexual energy or unconscious sexual anxiety. Since these people have no access to sexual pleasure and intimacy, food becomes a substitute for pleasure and intimacy. Hence, overeating, binge eating, and emotional eating may occur. Women tend to use food to fill themselves with emotional energy, while men use food to numb their overflowing sexual energy. In any case, if you want to break out of your emotional isolation, start by writing your sexual biography. It's an excellent catalyst for making progress in this area. Component number 7, deep desires. We evolve as human beings on planet Earth sometimes to achieve a hidden purpose that gives us access to fulfillment. This fulfillment is achieved through our deepest desires. These particular desires bring us to life, make us move, breathe, and give meaning to our existence. A suppressed desire is like a suppressed metabolism. Here are some examples of suppressed desires. Repressing the desire to have children, preventing yourself from being in a relationship, refusing to make friends, not wanting to fulfill yourself, avoiding finding life meaning, prohibiting yourself from loving and being loved, preventing yourself from sexual fulfillment, refusing to educate yourself, refusing to learn, refusing to enrich yourself, refusing to travel, refusing to go on adventures, refusing to dance, refusing to play music, preventing yourself from indulging in a passion, refusing to walk, refusing to free yourself from a depressing job or a toxic relationship, and so on. I have these questions for you. What are your deepest desires? Are they linked to a person, an object, a place, a situation, an activity, or a project? How do you express them? What are your suppressed desires? Our deepest desires are very powerful. When we suppress them, unwanted symptoms arise. They translate into involuntary behaviors that are intense messages from the body's wisdom. These messages point to an area of life that requires your full attention. These unwanted symptoms often manifest as emotional eating and compulsion. These deep desires are calling us to grow and evolve toward a new horizon. If we ignore them, the unwanted symptoms will increase. Eating disorders are rooted in psychology, biology, and unconscious purpose. When we recognize and own our deepest desires, without even satisfying them, the body enters a state of physiological relaxation and eating challenges diminish. Deep desires are an energy that allows us to assert our vibrant identity. Component number 8, the health constellation. Healthy and sick people share the same unwanted symptoms, and this community knows no boundaries. This means that our eating challenges don't just affect us, they also affect others, especially our loved ones. Because they have no boundaries, we often experience symptoms that are not our own. In this way, our eating problems do not belong to us because they come from a collective external source. A person who suffers from overeating didn't invent it. Overeating comes from a difficult life in which we are judged by our weight, our desirability, our performance, in a world of constant food stimulation. Eating disorders are the product of a collective challenge that is personalized in an individual. In this way, our state of health forms a constellation of bodies in the space of our lives. The constellation of bodies is a multiple entity, a myriad of bodies that represent the receptacle for the biology and spirit of other bodies. The body holds and expresses the triumphs, failures, stresses, joys, abuses, and symptomatology of the other bodies. When we have difficulties, it's easy to those difficulties to end up in the neighbor's system. Each of us influences the metabolism of the other. For example, attention deficit disorder, known as ADD, which is often at the root of eating disorders, reflects a lack of attention, communication, appreciation, and affection from parents who are themselves disconnected from their emotions. ADD must therefore represent a shared discomfort in the family. The same is true for eating and body issues, which find common ground in family, parent, spouse, children, lovers, friends, and society. Our eating disorders live within us and belong to others as well. Willpower is not at issue. This does not mean that someone close to us is at fault or that we are not responsible for our behavior. No, it means that the situation is complex and we need to learn more about the people around us. And as we recover from eating disorders and change mentally and physically, that change affects those around us. Therefore, our metabolisms are shared and interact in a constellation of collective health. In conclusion, dynamic psychology of eating is a very interesting toolbox for anyone struggling with food and body issues. By practicing it every day, you will achieve the best expression of yourself, which will have the effect of regulating your compulsions, your emotional eating, your appetite, your weight, your energy, and your metabolism. And I would love to know what component of the psychology of eating resonates with you. Tell me in the comment section. So my friends, that's all for today. I hope to see you soon. Until then, nourish your life.